Hi there, welcome back to Get Gardening. Today's episode I just wanted to give you a quick tour showing you that things are warming up. It's now May and everything in the garden is looking absolutely beautiful. It's hard to believe that things could get even better than they are right now, but just you wait. In the matter of a couple weeks, everything is just going to reach its absolute peak, its wonderful zenith. But there's sort of that hint in the air, like the orchestra starting to warm up, and I can start to see what is going to be coming in the next act, so to say. I can see all the buds and the lupins showing. I see some peonies showing signs of color. I have one iris that's blooming at the moment and several more that are getting ready to bloom. My alliums have opened up along the walkway garden on the left here. They're just getting ready to show some of their color right now. Let's take a look at what I have growing so far. I still have a couple of these Princess Irene tulips, and I think it's extremely fascinating that I still have some. The Amsania over here, I have to say I really like it. It's got these very pale blue flowers on what look like black stems almost. They've got like a sort of bamboo feel about them. I'm interested to see how this plant develops. If you've grown it before, let me know what happens next. You can see I've got buds here on the white iris that I have. On the left here, all these alliums just started opening today. So I can't wait till they really start to come out. It looks like there's twice as many this year on this side as there was last year. Sadly, I did lose some lupins over the season. I had quite a few more in here and they're gone, so the iris will hopefully carry the show this year since there's less lupins. I did buy a couple new varieties, and they haven't grown very much, but they have buds on them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing those. On the right here in the walkway garden, I planted some of these giant gladiator alliums, and I also planted purple sensation alliums, and the purple sensation ones are the ones that are open right now, and they're looking heavenly. If you can see down the walkway garden here, they just look wonderful with the yellow iris that's blooming there. There's some yellow tulips still blooming. Looking wonderful. But like I said, in just a couple of weeks I know there's going to even be more getting ready to open. Here's another iris that's showing its buds. Another clump of iris. In my poppy here, I have to say I absolutely have been getting a lot of enjoyment from just the foliage, but I'm really excited to see the buds in there, and it's loaded. Here's a peony, little faint hintness of pink in it. This iris opened up a day or two ago. It's called Cloth of Gold, and I love how warm it is. I tend to like yellows that are this color. I like them to be very warm golden yellow. I'm not quite a fan of those neon yellow colors that seem to be everywhere in the garden centers these days. Tulips here in the rose garden, also with this armeria in the front. I divided it last year in the fall, and it seems like it's really quite happy. I see buds in the geranium as well, and the salvia that's further down there is loaded with buds too. Ooh, there's a purple sensation. I'm zoomed in, that's why. The phlox is still blooming. Here's a peony plant that I did not have here last year. I'd been cutting it back and I moved most of it, and I must have left a little bit of it, and it popped up this year and had some buds on it, so I decided to keep it. The lupins in the background here, you can see here the buds on it. And this is another lupin plant that the buds are way down below, so might take that one a while to catch up. I really like how these alliums look with the tulips that are yellow on this side. I still have some tulips blooming over here, not as many as last year. And this weekend I did a new project and was working on the area past this gate here, and I planted a new white hydrangea, which, considering I just planted it, I'm pleased with how it turned out. Let me go take you and show you what I have on the deck and show you the little seedlings to see what's going to be growing in this garden over the next couple of months. So on the deck here, it's kind of the hub of my growing season. I have all my seeds started, all my plants potted up. Show you what I have. This is the red Canna Lily Australis that I have. It's just rooting right now. I've got some Gaillardia, more Canna Lilies that I'm just waiting for them to show some color. I grew a lot of seeds in trays this year, and I've been pricking them out and moving them on to bigger seed trays like that. I've got some lupins in there. I have some forget-me-nots. I potted up my alströmerias here. I'm going to grow them in pots this year. I had them in the ground last year and they didn't do so well. I also have lots of new seedlings that I started over here. Some cosmos, some poppies, some bachelor buttons for the walkway garden, and these are the Ricinus, the castor oil plants. I started them so late this year. It's kind of sad that I waited so long. I usually start them in January or February, and I waited until April this year. So who knows if my tropical garden is going to turn out as well. The banana plant is already in the ground though, and it's been there for a couple of weeks. The plumeria is showing some signs of leaves, and that plumeria right here is one that I started from seed a few years ago, and it's just budding right now. I also have another banana plant right here with, behind it is alocasia. I have some elephant ears on the other side of the house. But like I said, the garden is just warming up. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in just a few days. But for right now, I just love coming over and looking over the entire garden in the backyard. So, hope you liked my little walkway. It should give you a taste of what's to come. I hope you're able to get out there and get gardening.